Welcome, welcome everybody back to Nine's Corner. I thought we would do a reading on Trump for the month of March and see how March is going to play out. Now, I do want to say, did you see that media conference about the coronavirus that Donald Trump put off? That was just such a brilliant show. Exactly as we thought, he was going to get up there. He had the medical scientists there and he let them speak. And then he got up and he just said, as he wanted to see it, as he wanted to say it. And he repeats it over and over because he wants for the people who have watched that conference to hear and remember what he said. He's not concerned about the truth. He's not concerned about anybody getting sick with the coronavirus. I mean, he put Mike Pence as the head. And I mean, that's just making sure that it is super difficult for anybody to get the real facts. I mean, that's not the normal way it goes through. Usually they go through the CDC and people have access to information immediately, but that's not what this new White House is going to do. So let's have a look at March and see how things are going to go. Well, Spock's licking me. Okay, so we're starting off with the Seven of Cups. Oops, I'll put it over here. We're starting off with the Seven of Cups. So this is illusion. Everything that Trump sees, everything that Trump deals with, he doesn't see it for the real thing that it is. He sees it as he wants to see it, and that's completely delusional. So we are starting off this month with Trump marching forward with his own thoughts and his own way of thinking about things, and he's doing exactly as he always does because he believes that's a winner for him. Well, I mean, it has been working up to... Can you please stop licking me? I beg of you. That has worked for him up till now. Going against him, we have the Hangman. So I believe that this is a situation where with this news conference and with the complete, the complete just ignorance of it, there's going to be some Republicans who are going to see this in a new way. They're going to start questioning it and maybe even starting to look long-term down the road that Trump and how he's doing things may not be what's best for them. So I think this is a reflection that you're going to see some Republicans saying, hold on, this has just gone too far. Underneath it all, we have the Two of Pentacles. This is all about Trump trying to weigh out, what the people want, which is very low on his to-do list, and the money and the things that he needs to do. I'm telling you, he has an agenda. He has a list of things that he needs to accomplish, and he's waiting for those to come to fruition. And as soon as that happens, he will give the American people the middle finger and walk away. On top of it, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is Pump. This is Pump. This is Trump, getting what he wants. Getting exactly as he wants. He asks and he receives. This is all about the money, and we are going to see not just the U.S., but all the different countries around starting to find things really hard economically because you're looking at, this is starting to affect not just restaurants, this is affecting, what's coming from overseas, the items that are coming into it. I heard on the news tonight that they were saying that even some of the materials that go into prescriptions come from China. So, this is going to be a big loss. It's going to hurt the economy. It's going to hurt the stock market as it already has. And it's going to hurt resources because people are going to, um, I mean, so much comes from China that if you are lacking, then, you might have to do without. This is the King of Swords. This is how Trump sees himself. He sees himself as somebody who's the all knowing truth maker, the all knowing authority. He knows better than you, he knows better than the experts. He knows, he just knows. And this is what he wants for everybody to see and think of him. Around him, we have the Empress. The world is giving. Even though Trump may be not taking things as seriously as we'd like for him, this is the world showing empathy and sympathy. These are people helping people. When things get tough and times get tough, people come together and they're very giving. So I think people will try to at least be there and take care of each other. This is the Eight of Pentacles. So this is really looking at the fine details, and this is what Trump is worried about. He is worried that somebody is going to, point out the fact that he has no clothes on, that the emperor does not have any clothes on. He is worried that details from the past of things, because it seems like it's not just one thing, it's several things all coming to fruition at the one time against him, and he's worried about certain details coming out, because for Trump, he is all about reputation. He is all about how he is seen, how people view him. He doesn't wish for anything to be at all negative. He's the best, best, best. The Five of Cups is our outcome card. So there's going to be some loss. There's going to be some loss. This is not just people with the virus. This is loss over the finances. This is loss of people coming to the realization that what they have believed and fought for, being Trump, is not what they thought. And for those who follow Trump, they desperately want to believe. They're so willing to close their eyes off and keep this narrow focus so that they can ignore everything around the peripheral and just say, yes, Trump's my man. So to admit that you're wrong is a huge sacrifice. So I do think that Republicans, whether they be in the party or whether they be Republicans, just regular people who have the ability to vote, very important, vote, 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 they're feeling a loss. There's a number of layers to this. And this is Trump feeling a loss because something is coming to Trump this month that it's going to be the ruin of him. This is the beginning of the ruin of him. I believe in the month of March, I've done a previous reading where I saw him kind of having two outs to walk away. One being the end of March, April, and then another one being in the summer. So I think that Trump is going to hear news that may cause him to have to think about walking away. If not think about walking away, because he does, if we look back, he does have a lot of irons in the fire, and he's waiting for them to come to fruition because he's so deep in with Russia and multiple countries, but Russia being the main one. Um, he has no other choice but to continue because if he leaves, he's going to be in trouble with New York. He's going to be in trouble for the things that he's done and covered up, and Russia will be after him. March is going to be a very interesting time. It's going to be a time of planning because March is our January, February, March, third month. So it's the planning stage. So with the coronavirus, that doesn't surprise me that we're going to be in that planning stage of, trying to come up with an antidote, a vaccination. And I think this is the month of where plans against Trump, lawsuits and legalities and cover-ups, they're all going to start trickling out even more so in the month of March. And it's almost like, as much as you can be surprised, it's like Trump can just go that one more just to freak you out. It's like he does not care. Even the worst among us can have at least a twinge of guilt. He truly doesn't. That is why he's Teflon Don, because he does not have a feeling. Oh, sorry, Spock. If you are not doing something for him, or if you are not at his feet saying you are a god, then you are nothing. You are disposable. That's the way Trump is, and that's how he sees the world. Is everything is disposable, everything can be bought and sold, and unfortunately, that's how he's running the U.S. That everything can be bought and sold. God willing, they'll switch out the president before or at least at the election, because I don't know that America could handle another 4 years of Trump. I think if he knows he's got another 4 years and he doesn't have to look forward to another election, he is going to go absolutely crazy. He will be like a dog off a leash. He won't care. So let's put out our positive prayers to the universe that whatever is best for the U.S., best for the people of the U.S., that is what happens on or before November 20th. So that's my March reading for Trump. I hope all is well with everybody. Wishing you light for your darkness. Take care.